Hello, parents and guardians. My name is Kara Pickens, and this is just a hopefully brief video introducing myself and our class for the Advanced English 11 and for a couple students, Advanced English 12 class. First of all, I have taught high school English for about the last 8 years, and I've taught classes ranging from remediation of ninth graders to dual credit and advanced placement classes. And I love teaching, and I'm so excited to have your child in my class this year. I have my doctorate from the University of Glasgow in the area of British literature, and I was so lucky to live in Scotland for a couple years to be part of that process, and I love sharing with students about my travel and about all the kind of unique experiences that I've gotten to have that I feel really lucky to have had, and I think that kind of comes into my classroom and the way I teach as well. Our class theme for the year is the American Dream, and we'll be looking at all different perspectives about the American Dream and different things related to the American Dream, both from history and also contemporary perspectives. I really like having a theme for the year because it helps focus me as a teacher, but I also think it helps the students become really critical thinkers because they're looking at all these different perspectives and figuring out to what degree they agree and disagree with all the different perspectives that we have. And I really make it a point to share with students perspectives that I agree with, but also perspectives that I don't agree with. And I try not to tell them either way what they should think about it. Instead, my goal is to really help them become critical thinkers and develop their own perspectives and voices throughout the year. The other thing that I really try to do as a teacher is I try to use a lot of technology in the classroom. And I also really value the students finding their own voice throughout the year and sharing their own unique perspectives. I really value the diversity of experiences that we have in the classroom, and I think we all learn a lot from that. This is a dual credit class. It is English 111 through Ivy Tech Community College, and the course goals are really to develop college level reading skills and also college level writing skills. And I'll talk about that a little bit more later, but there are some really important components of the course that we're going to be working on throughout the year. As far as class policies go, probably the most important policy that you as a parent might be interested in knowing is that students can redo any assignment and get a new grade on the assignment. One of my main goals in the course is that students are improving and learning in what they're doing, and I feel like that's a way to reward students that are working on improving in that way. Students can also take advantage of Ivy Tech's writing lab, so they can, and I'm encouraging them to get feedback from the Ivy Tech writing lab before they turn assignments into me. And so that's a great resource that they have to be able to use. And I will give them feedback as well, and I'm more than willing to meet with them at any time to give them some extra help on assignments as well. And then I want to briefly address a couple things with the dual credit policies. First of all, I have to keep to the syllabus that I've created and gotten approved for Ivy Tech. This is a college class. You get college credit out of it. It needs to be equivalent to what Ivy Tech is offering on their campus. And so it has been approved by their English department, and it's something that I need to keep up with. And as part of that, Ivy Tech requires that students write 4 different papers over the course of the year, and they have very strict definitions as far as the word length and also what components need to be part of that paper. In addition to that, each of those papers are required to be worth 55% of their quarterly grade. And that's really to ensure that what the teacher is doing in that class is meeting the expectations and that the students are meeting those college level expectations. That's really a huge adjustment for students to have to make, that one assignment is worth a lot, but that happens a lot in college classes. It's a good thing to adjust to. I'm so thrilled they're taking this as a college class, though, because if you were taking it on the Ivy Tech campus as a college student, you would be doing all those 4 papers and all that instruction you'd be doing in one semester. But because we're a dual credit class, Ivy Tech has given us permission to offer this course over the course of a year. So we get to spread that out and take some more time on those assignments. So I always tell students this is a good kind of stepping stone to college level work. The other thing you should be aware of is that students have to get a C in this class in order for it to count for college credit. If they don't earn a C in this class and they're trying to get college credit with this course, then they'll essentially fail the course. And that can affect their student aid in the future because your college transcript can impact those type of things. So students really need to make sure that they're passing this class, and I'm going to keep up with them and remind them of that. But I think on the parent end, it's helpful to know that as well. They also there's certain things that they need to do in order for this to count as dual credit for them. So Mrs. Dembo is taking care of that, but I'm just putting that out there. And I'm not aware of all the things they need to do, so I don't want to speak about that, but there are things that they'll be working on to make sure that they can have this count as a college class. But it's also exciting. They get to earn free college credit. So I'm so glad they're taking advantage of that. As far as what we're doing in our class right now, last week we worked on an introduction to the course, and we did some opening exercises to reflect on our theme. And I was so impressed with the discussion that this group had. We are going to have such a great year, and they're a great group of students. This coming week, they're going to start on a short narrative writing assignment called My American Dream Sounds Like, and they're going to be choosing a song that they think their American dream sounds like, and then writing a personal story that relates back to that song. And I'm excited. I always enjoy reading these by students. They always end up coming up with some interesting songs that I'm not familiar with, and also I enjoy the stories they share. If you want to look at some of the examples that we're doing, the National Public Radio did a special several years ago. There was a series called My American Dream Sounds Like, and you can look it up, and then you can talk about them with your child as well. And lastly, if you need to get in contact with me at any time, use the Remind app. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram if you want to see pictures of what we're doing in my classroom. You can contact me by email. You probably don't want to follow my blog because I don't update it very often. I try to, but it's the last thing that gets done. But please feel free to contact me if you have any questions or concerns. But because this is a college level class, I would really encourage your child to contact me by email if they need to talk to me about anything. And that way you're helping them with those college skills as well. But you can feel free to contact me if you have any concerns. So thank you so much. And I look forward to getting to know your child more throughout the year and having a good year together. Thanks.